Oh, Jesus. You're helping hide bodies now.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dose of Dysfunction. I am your life coach, and with me is the resident redneck.
Howdy, y'all.
Well, now that you've said that, I can't. Outed me.
I didn't know.
I had no idea. Well, no, I am not. Save myself from.
And my lawyer is going to want me to say this.
Right. I plead the 5th. And the 7th and the 23rd,
All
I
of
don't
them.
know. Whichever
I claim
one
all of them.
absolves me from any of this.
I was deaf, hungover, and intoxicated. I cannot be held responsible for my said actions or accusations.
I am sorry, Ossifer, but you have cut the wrong man. My name is Inigo Montoya. But, well, so,
Oh,
what?
we had a minor in the live, and she's like, "You couldn't have waited for me to boot the minor."
Oh, whoops.
Because yes, this is an adult show, and we talk about adult things. And if that upsets you, then you can take your Karen attitude and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
because I could give 2 fucks.
Yeah, we do our thing. So, Brock, what do we want to talk about?
Well, we were going to talk about, obviously, your concert of returning back to your younger years.
Very much so.
Fanboyed out pretty hard this last week.
I did. I was very excited for this, and
I had to go watch a bunch of old guys sing music on a stage in a barn.
Yes. Yes. But you're missing a few facts. Have you ever been, first of all, I went to see and the first stop was there. So this was the first stop on the tour.
Okay.
I went to go see the Everclear 30th anniversary tour. So Everclear headlined.
Right. Basically the old guy party.
Mm-hmm.
30-year anniversary is fucking decent.
Yeah, it is decent. And considering the last time I got to see Everclear live was 23 years ago, at least. It would have been in...
When you were a young stud.
I wouldn't go young stud, but I do believe it was in 99 was the last time I got to see him.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit, that's...
Yeah, that's...
You'd have been a young buck.
Right, I would have been 19.
Yep.
So, and they were really kind of getting into that peak of popularity at that time.
Right.
And
starting to become super popular, but not. They were in that transition stage. Going from small town shows to larger town shows.
Yeah, they were peaking, and they'd already had some hit stuff. But yes, I mean, that was in their height of popularity, probably right around there. And then they also came with a band called Fastball.
Okay.
Which same time that 90s, mid to late 90s was their peak time.
Right.
Which they have several really good songs.
Seriously? Everclear? That's what Carly said. I don't know. Maybe she's jacked. There's no exclamation points or anything, so I don't know what to...
Oh. Everclear's great. I don't care what you say.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
Actually, in their case, it's probably physical damage.
I'll get to that, actually.
Oh, shit.
Kind of.
One of them has a heart attack on stage.
No. This version of Everclear is not... Really, Everclear is Art Alexakis, the lead singer, because he wrote all the music and everything. The guys playing with him right now are not the same guys that started the band with him.
Did he at least pick all old guys?
No, they're younger guys.
Dang it.
But that being said, and then the Nixons opened up for him, which they have some newer music now, but they too had probably more popularity at that same time. And
right.
So
they're still trying.
They are. Saying. Yeah, and they were pretty decent too. Well, first it was and this isn't... I'm not getting paid to promote this, so but well, I'd never been there. It was at Stoney's Roadhouse in Emmett.
Mm-hmm. Let me preference this. If we are getting paid to say anything, we will be fucking excited about it. So
Yes.
if we don't jump right off the screen and punch you in the face with it, we're probably not being paid for it.
This is just where we happen to be the concert, and for people non-Idaho, or Emmett's not a big place.
No,
So
5,000.
yeah,
I
I
think
think
now.
so. 5,000-6,000 people.
Yeah, and that only happened within the last like 4 years
Yeah, more
since they made the
popularly,
highway worth driving down.
more popularly known for its cherry festival.
Yeah, it's still small town enough to have a cherry festival where you get to come out and pick cherries out of buckets or off of trees, and this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually called fucking labor, but all the Californians who have moved into this state are stupid enough to think, oh, it's so fun.
Yeah. So anyway, so Stoney's Roadhouse is this, and it's only been around a couple years, I guess. But
Yeah, it's fairly new.
yeah, what's interesting about it is it's like, I tell you, it's kind of like a big barn, but not so much because it's really close to the railroad. So it's
Right.
more like,
I think it used to be an old pole barn for pulling stock and shit off of
yeah,
trains.
I do believe you are correct. And so this venue is actually outside, but still has cover over a good chunk of it. And it's just really cool. And I posted some pictures and stuff, but it's super cool inside.
Yeah, I seen the
Just
TikToks.
yeah, but what's kind of neat is, so you have the band area, then you have, or so you have the stage, and you have a little, like, what you'd consider the floor, and it's
Mhm.
not super big, don't get me wrong.
Isn't it dirt?
No, it's wood.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, they've built a floor, but to the, like, if you're looking at the stage, to the left of the stage, though, they have a bunch of like tables and barroom stuff and that, so you can like sit, and they had like a food truck and stuff, so
Right.
it's like a bar and club, and it's a just kind of a cool venue.
Right.
They had like hay bales thrown out in certain areas that you could sit on and
We gotta
watch
get
from.
that old country bumpkin vibe going on in that,
Well,
boys.
but plus, like, I think one of the like radios that stations, like online station, they were promoting was like Country AF radio. So like that, it's just not something. When it came across, I was like, really? Why would they go play out there of all places?
Right.
But once we were out there watching, it was like, oh, this place is badass. It was cool as shit. And actually, we ended up getting to park really close. Uh, Even for the amount of people that are there, we were able to. There was no rows to it, but we got on the floor when fastball came on in that, and we were, 6 age, right back there. So we got to get up all really real close.
Right.
One of the things I found really interesting, though, and this is tattoos, and we'll talk about it, because like this is like a total, when we talk generations, this is where all the Gen Xers came out. Like everybody was there. Were a few younger people, but everybody there, for the most part, I would tell you, the vast majority of that crowd was over 40. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Over 40. It was all going back to high school, junior high days of all these people. Which
Carly apparently just put Gushers in a fruit roll up and ate it.
I can see that working.
Me too.
That
I
doesn't
think
sound
we
bad.
may be trying this out next week.
We might have to try that. I'm game.
Okay, so all the tattoos are older than 40, or the people are older than 40.
Yeah, you saw people that I guarantee I probably saw at a show 20 years ago. Like that was
back in their prime.
Back in their prime. And unfortunately, I grew up small town too. I didn't get a chance to go to a lot of shows and stuff like that. So I really wish at that time that I could have seen some of these bands.
Right.
But so Fastball is a band we really wanted to see, and they were really cool. And they obviously are getting older too. They hadn't played together as a trio in like almost 20 years. And so that was only the second concert,
like a reunion.
Yeah, where they were back together and playing again. and they did
Oh
a really
man, we
good
worked
job.
20 years to get away from these losers who suck, and now here we are again.
I was actually really impressed too, because one of the cool things between the bands, they had like a house DJ. And so the DJ mixed and played music and did that stuff while they set up and took down. So there was constantly like good music, and
Right.
it was a pretty just all in all cool venue. The venue is really cool. I would say, if for some reason you have a reason to go out there, or if you see a concert and it says it's there, make the drive, go out there. It's just kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty kick-ass venue. I've seen the pictures and stuff, and I've seen obviously your videos, and it's pretty badass. I mean, you look through the one video where you pan around a
Yeah.
little bit, and it's pretty neat how they've hung all the lights in the rafters and how they still have the open top where it's ventilated.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty cool. I would definitely go see somebody there. The biggest thing I think I wouldn't want to do there is see somebody big name.
No.
You don't want to see a big
No.
name, especially a big name country concert there,
No, it would be
because
rough.
they're gonna load that motherfucker with people, and you're not gonna be able to fucking move or breathe or fart, nothing.
No, but that's a venue that screams whether it be country or rock, or
Mm-hmm.
you're more like bar band style, which I can tell you now,
Yeah.
like Everclear is now more like a club band, right? You'd
Right.
go see in a smaller venue,
Right.
club like setting. So this was a little bit better for it. So one of the cool things that was there though, and I did post it on social media, when you go to their bathrooms,
Mm-hmm.
they have two signs up because it's in kind of an outbuilding, and you go down either sidewalk,
Right.
and one says Bruce with an arrow and one says Caitlin with an
Oh
arrow.
Jesus!
And
Oh my God!
I couldn't think of anything more Idaho than that. That's how they labeled the bathrooms.
I got one because I've seen something kind of along the lines of this, and it was on one it was "Let's go Brandon," and on the other was "Let's go Brenda."
Oh,
and I was like, "Oh, that's ruthless."
yeah, that one's pretty ruthless. Okay, so I haven't seen that one, but I did find the Bruce and Caitlin. I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
so I got a
that's
kick out of
hilarious
that.
shit.
But no, they have a little bar. You could get drinks like everywhere. Shit's expensive, but it's
Right.
still, it was worth it. It's been a while since we've been to a concert anyway. But anyway, you get to Everclear playing.
Mm-hmm.
Everclear, Art Alexakis comes out. He's 60 years old.
Oh my God.
This is when you were saying hurt themselves.
Oh no.
No, he didn't hurt himself, but he's talking because he'd talk, right? He has MS.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, 60 years old, MS, and we were the first stop on their anniversary tour. That if you look through their tour dates, so like Thursday night they were in Emmett, Idaho. Friday night they were going to be in Grand Junction, Colorado.
Oh fuck!
For another show, like
he's moving. Yeah, that's hauling ass.
If you look at the dates, there's not a lot of I mean, they're like playing show after show after show.
Yeah, love you guys. Good night, and gets on a fucking plane.
No, tour bus. They had
a tour bus.
Yes.
Oh, that bitch was warming up. While
they had
playing.
the buses out back. I mean, this is like a hardcore old school tour. And I'm thinking 60-year-old MS, thank God we got to see him the first night, because I just don't know if dude can hold up that long. Because you can see how time, age.
Oh, yeah. I've turned 30. I'm currently having the sniffles, and I feel like, holy fuck, 5 years ago, this was nothing.
Yeah. Lifestyle choices.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah. But one of the things I found funny, so we're standing
probably
there.
Just pickled on the inside like all the rest of them, though.
We're standing there, right? And so when Fastball comes out, my wife kind of wants to get up on the floor because she was super excited about seeing them as much as I would be excited about seeing Everclear.
Right.
Which I was excited. So we go right up to the
Oh, I know
stage,
you were
basically.
excited,
Yeah, no, super jacked.
bragging about it and all kinds of shit,
Yeah, I
rubbing it
know
in.
nobody else held that same excitement that I had, but I
Yeah,
was.
because you're rubbing it in. It was rude.
It wasn't rude. I could see the look on some people's faces, kind of like I don't know her tone for the comment, like Carly Everclear, like
No. She goes, she was like, I haven't thought about them in forever.
yeah.
So she's she's a
So
fan.
yeah, um,
Where I'm over here like, you fucking old bastard.
yeah. Well, I don't care. It was like that. That takes me right back to a lot of those days. But I'm sitting there, my wife, she takes off to go get another drink and
Mhm.
use the restroom. And next thing I know, somebody bumps into me and it's like, oh, I look. And it's this lady. Then she's been drinking. Gives me a high five.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
woo!
wants a high five. And then she looks at me and goes, "You're tall." And I mean, she was not, but I was like,
She was not.
and then so she's
Ah.
just like dancing around. I'm like, oh fuck, this is not gonna be
And
good.
I'm moving.
Oh, you're right. I'm like, my wife's gonna come wandering back here, and this lady's loud, and I can just see this being all sorts of problems. Thank God, right up behind her came her boyfriend or husband or whatever he
Right.
was. I was like, oh, thank God. But she happened to wind up in front of us, and she was a little wild, but whatever. Everybody
You
kind of,
kind of expect that at a
yeah,
concert, though.
yeah.
Especially a rock concert. I feel like if you go to a classical music concert, probably not going to see somebody
No.
jump up screaming and hollering. But if you're going to go to a rock concert, you should, especially one of an older band, you should be ready for things to go down. Like, old people
Oh,
don't fuck around,
oh,
and you find out quickly.
oh, it was great when he does the, and I'm not trying to mock the guy at all because it was a cool show, but when
Here
he
comes your
did the,
15 seconds of fame, bud.
yeah,
Yeah.
when he was like, one of the big things in that era of that music was they'd want to get the whole crowd jumping, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so he did that. He's like, everybody jump, and
Right.
again, you're watching this 60-year-old dude jump up and down, and you can tell time's not on his side,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He's got an ankle brace on,
He's
like,
not going very high
yeah.
anymore.
But he came out.
His
But
knees are bent and stretched.
but one of the coolest things about this whole thing and listening to him and just everything he did was he is now in his stage of this career where he's appreciative of everything he's done and the fact that people are going to show out. So
Right.
he's not asshole rock star, which he was at one time.
Oh, yeah. They all are.
Right. He's not asshole rock star anymore. He's like just happy to be there guy.
Right.
And so the concert was really good. They were playing all their music, good job. You're going through it. Lightning strike somewhere. It takes out the power board or the board
Oh, shit.
at there. And so they're like dead in the water. And he's like, they can't get mics. They can't get headphones. They played for probably 45 minutes to an hour already. So
Right.
it wasn't like at the very start, but
Take it easy.
I know.
Mike didn't do anything to you.
Oh, well, throwing things around.
Motherfucker.
Right. So, and he's like, I'm sorry, right? He's apologizing, but in typical fashion, normally everybody be out to the tour bus and off the stage, like, fuck it, we're done, right? They're hanging out on the stage, like they are trying to get this figured out. They're weathering it through, even to the point, and this was really cool. He grabs an acoustic guitar,
Right.
goes up to the in front of the stage, and he's like, shh, trying to get everybody quiet.
Right.
And he starts playing an acoustic guitar and doing his song.
Right.
Which was great,
Yeah, because you get to see the audible of things going on. Like,
yeah,
oh, fuck,
and
it's not ideal, but we're going to continue working this.
yeah, he was very appreciative of the crowd and was, giving everybody a show, right?
Right.
He was, and then he even tried, hey, do you know this song? Getting people singing along.
Right.
Like, so this was really awesome to kind of watch. Then they got it to come back up.
Okay.
And they were like, he gets on there. He's like, they told me it was this. What the fuck? Right? Right? They make it about 3/4 of a way through a song and it dies again.
Oh shit.
So they're done at this point.
Right.
And you're like, but the whole show has been great. I mean, it was like, it's a
Right.
bummer because you want them to keep going. And like anybody who's been around that long and has that much music, you haven't heard your song yet,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's like, oh man, I want to hear this one. Oh man, I want to hear that one.
Yeah.
Well, one of the cool things was though, he goes over and he asks for a Sharpie and he starts signing everybody's shit.
Oh,
Like
nice.
just going back and forth across the stage, signing everybody's stuff. Well, during the first, like when it first went out, everybody was trying to get the drummer to do a drum solo. Cause like
Right.
he could have done that and not had,
Tear it up.
and he wouldn't
Those
do
things
it.
are loud.
Right. But he couldn't get him to do it. Couldn't get him to do it and
Ah.
everything. Well, he did chuck his drumsticks. Like afterwards, he came up and he threw them into the crowd, like one into each side of the crowd.
Right.
I have a drumstick.
No shit.
Yes.
Nice.
He throws it into the crowd, and about 10 people in front of me and my wife all go for this drumstick.
Uh-huh.
Bounces off of all of them and falls right at my feet. I just
The second baseman and you had it.
Yeah, I just reached down and picked up the drumstick and was like, it's mine now, bitches.
All right. Right. Did you scream? Woo!
No, I didn't scream because
Oh, wow.
that's not really who I am.
I
But
wouldn't have thrown a drumstick at your ass.
he didn't throw it at my ass.
That big guy's not going to scream. Throw it to this lady over here. No problem.
So, but no, it's pretty cool and all that. But what was funny, my wife hung out for a bit and she tried to get, and I do actually think this is really cool of him. He was signing stuff for everybody, but the shirts we'd bought, they were actually cool enough. You could leave them up with the front deal with your name and your number. They said, because if you happen to forget to get them on your way out, we'll call you and you can come back and get them. That's the small townness of the like, no, it's cool. We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't forget, but we got him. But my wife tried to get him to sign the drumstick, and he's like, "I'm really sorry, but that's I don't play drums. That's the drummers. Like I can't. I won't sign the drumstick."
Right.
But and how he did it
if
was
you caught a piece of guitar, I'd hook you up. But
right. They were throwing they were throwing guitar picks and things like that. I mean, he signed anything. People pull out their if they had paper tickets or whatever.
Right.
He was signing whatever. He'd signed personal hats and people. He actually really made the effort, which was really, really cool. Just to it was interesting to watch somebody who's had that kind of career and everything like that. And to see them being at a point where playing that music and being out there wasn't just this, oh, I'm doing a show and I'm this. It was, he really appreciated being there and really appreciated all the fans and just wanted to do this show. You could kind of see how it seemed to mean as much to those guys on stage as it did to the people.
30 fucking years.
Yeah, but dude, once an
they're
asshole,
lucky that their hands aren't broken. Their fingers still work. Don't need Viagra just to play a show. Hold themselves up with the kickstand there.
Yeah, but there's an arrogance that comes with a lot of those guys that carries through. They still think there's something they're not.
Yeah. What? Why are you looking at me like this? Oh my God, no, we're in the middle of a fucking podcast. Where the fuck did you think I could just run off and help you for a minute?
We can pause it.
Yeah, I guess we can pause it.
Let me hit